Morning. It's the second day of spring and it is showing. The sun is shining. It's meant to reach over 20 degrees today. You're on a ladder, don't get too excited. This is the perfect day to start the roof build. So I'm gonna get up there and get straight into it. Prepped for the roof last week by cutting the flat bar and cutting the post to size. I'm just welding them to the corner castings, but I have realized that I actually missed 2, so I need to get 2 more as well. If you didn't see last week's video, I'm building a SKILLION roof over my container house. I've just been waiting out the rain so that I can begin. And since it's the first week of spring in this part of the world, I'm hoping this is the week that it begins to take shape. Okay, now I can say I finished the first one. Now I can move up to the front one. Steel flat bar number 2 is done. So I've just worked out that I'm gonna need a piece of steel flat bar for every single post underneath because the frame's just like, I don't know, it's too dented and not right in places. So I'd rather put steel flat bar underneath just to make it more stable and to make it more level. It's important to know when buying secondhand shipping containers for a house that they will be a lot of extra work than buying containers brand new. But if I had the money to buy 4 high cube shipping containers brand new, I would have just built a normal house instead. The reason I chose secondhand containers is they're cheap and my budget is small. That's 4 steel flat bar pieces completed and checked that they're level. Steel flat bar 9 pieces. I'm gonna cut them now and then I can go weld them on. Well, I feel very defeated. I've just been trying to get this disc off for an hour and I can't get it off. Like, I cannot get it off. Go get the battery on. Well, I've run out of batteries, unfortunately. I'll let the batteries charge. Then I'll come back down after I've welded those and I can cut these last ones. We're back on the roof. So I've got the level and I've run a string line and I've got it connected with some magnets at the end so I know where to put my other steel flat bar pieces. So I'm gonna weld these 2 front 2 now and then run a string line from the middle 2 so that I've got all my steel flat bar for this level and then I can move up to the roof. It's a beautiful day for it too. Okay, the sun is starting to go down and I've just finished all the posts that will be on the first floor here, and I am about to go cut those last ones for the second story roof, but I'll have to do them tomorrow. Since spring is here, it's the perfect time for gardening. So I've got these veggies and fruits I'm going to regrow like I used to in my previous garden. The environment and soil is very different here though, so it's going to be a lot of trial and error. Back on the roof this morning and it's looking like another beautiful day. Yesterday I got all the post steel flat bars done for this level, but I have had to wait until someone can be here so I can go up there. It's just a lot safer. I'm going to be getting in a harness. So I need to get all those pieces of steel flat bar welded up here because the posts are going to be so small. They're just getting welded directly to the steel flat bar. But down on this level, they're going to be a lot taller. So I'm using these as well. I have to get everything, including the welder, up there. It literally just took me an hour to get everything up here. And I just felt raindrops. Really hope it doesn't come. I have bought a tarp up just in case, and I'll have to just put everything under the tarp, I guess. The rain is definitely coming. We are setting up for disaster. Oh no, this is not a tarp. I fucked up. I need to race down and find a tarp. Woo. I'm like literally just in time. Oh baby, baby, it's a wild world. As warm as I've made myself, I've got a stitch. I can't do any more, and it's still raining and everything's wet. At least I feel energized. Oh, is this going to be the big bit? Hopefully this is the only bit of the day. At least it's not windy as well. Always got to find the positives, I think. Oh, I said it wasn't windy. Welcome to spring. Woo. Oh, can you see blue sky behind me? Funny it is now. And then, see that in the distance? I think that's the next cloud of rain. So I don't know if I can get any welding in. I might try. I might get all harnessed up and everything. I was setting up, but I can already feel it sprinkling again. Boy. Here we go again. I see the blue sky. Good news, not too much damage has been done. I've kind of dried the spots already where it's rained. All right, let's get to welding. I think I'm good for a little while at least. Update, it's raining again. It's been about an hour and a half of me being stuck up here now. I was waiting for the rain to stop, and then I would start to set up again, and then it would start to rain again, and I just kept doing this for hours. By the time it stopped, I only had a couple hours left to work before my dad had to leave and I had to get off the second story. I was able to get all the 8 flat bar pieces welded in that time for the post, which ended the day on a brighter note. Now in hindsight, this probably wasn't the best week to start my roof build. I'm literally up to the stage now where I cannot do anything else inside basically, because I don't have windows or doors or anything like that yet, so I don't know my exact measurements, and so I can't do anything else in there until I know those. So everything else is exterior work. Okay, so while the weather decides what it's doing outside, I'm gonna cut my 4 corner posts to size. And then that's how I'm gonna work out. I'll run string lines and everything in a level, and I'll work out how high my other posts need to go, because they're the ones that are on the frame, and the frame's all dented and kind of bent in places. Gosh, look at how dark this is. Let's cut these posts while it rains, and then hopefully by the time I'm finished cutting and spraying, then I'm ready to go up. Yay! So these are my 2 top posts for the top end of the 2nd story container. Other 2 front posts for the 1st story here. Now, I'm just gonna spray these mostly, except for the ends where I'm gonna weld, because when they're at the front of the containers, they're gonna be very hard to paint. I think it's better to paint most of them now and then just do the last little bits when I have them all welded up there. And I've officially picked a color. It's called Paper Bark. So it's the Colorbond Selection Paper Bark. And yeah, I think it's really nice and earthy, and it should go with most other earthy colors I pick as well. I've got my post sprayed, well the first spray anyway, on first coat top and side, and then I'll be able to flip it and do the other one. The weather's still looking really gloomy, so what I might do is take up all the post brackets. There's 8 of those, and I can try secure them. That way if it rains, it's a lot easier to get like a drill and little things back down to the ground. It's literally like grey on this side and then blue on that side. Bloody hell, the rain's coming back. I don't even think I have time. I'm gonna leave just this and my marker up here and go take all my electrics down and try come up and mark them. I can get them marked out before it comes back, and then I might just bring the drill up. Just gonna try see how many holes I can drill. Hopefully get through a few, but let's go. To the radar, I might be good for the rest of the day. I've got about 2 hours of sunlight left, so let's see what I can get done. The rain is back again. Just had to tape up all the holes that I started drilling because some of them lead to inside the container. My posts were dry, so I decided to give them another coat while waiting out the rain. With under an hour of sunlight left, the rain stopped and I was straight back into drilling my holes for the post brackets. I've had just enough sunlight to do these front post brackets, which has made me so happy because then at least it's going to be easy to get the posts in there and drill them into place. So we got one post bracket in place here. Then another. And another. At least it's ended on a sunny note. I'll see you next Sunday.